Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria and welcome to Pembroke Beauty. And if you're new, welcome. And today I'm doing a bridal makeup look because my friend Kelsey here, welcome her, say hello. She's getting married, so that's super exciting, and she asked me to do her makeup. So we are doing some trials, and this was trial dose. Trial 1 was good, but we like this one better. So I thought, in case you are getting married, this is kind of a look that you could do like for any season of a wedding. She's getting married in December, but you could wear this probably for summer and just change the lip color if you want, or wear that lip color too. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you want to see how to get this look, just keep watching. So I first started off by concealing her lids with the LA Girl Pro HD Concealer in the shade Porcelain, and I just buffed that in with my beauty blender, which I believe is from Ego Tools. Then I went in with the Sex Kitten palette from Tarte, and I went in with the shade Raw, which is like a really white base shade, and I usually I just wanted to use this to set down that concealer and give us a good base. So then I went in with the Elizabeth Mott blending brush and with the color Sly from that same Sex Kitten palette, and I just put this as her transition shade. It's like a light brown, very close to her skin tone, but I did want to build up the color. Then I went in with the shade next to it, that is the shade Paw, and I went in with a Morphe Beautiful in Bronze pencil brush, and I just put this all over the lid and kind of carved out her crease a little bit more with this. I really just kind of wanted to give her lid a full wash of a little bit of color, and this is more of a, I would say, a cooler toned brown. Then, to just make sure that the blend was seamless, I went back in with the Elizabeth Mott blending brush and blended out the edges. So then I went in with this Too Faced chocolate bar palette, which I did get from Sephora as like one of their gifts. So just so you know, I took the Chocolate Soleil bronzer on this pencil brush and put that in her crease a little bit more to add a little bit of warmth to the crease. Then I went in with this middle shade, which is like a slightly warmer and deeper brown than the bronzer, and I put this on with kind of like a shader brush, and I really just focused placing this in the outer corners and through the crease. Then I added the deepest shade from this palette, which is kind of like a more cooler toned brown, and I placed this on the outer corners to deepen up the outer corner to give the eye a little bit more dimension, and I'm going in with the Morphe Beautiful in Bronze pencil brush. And I just really I wanted to make it kind of cat eye, so I did add a little bit of an angle to the outer edge. Then I went back in with the first blending brush from the Morphe Beautiful in Bronze set, and I just wanted to buff out the edges and make sure that the blend was seamless. And then I went in with the deepest shade from the Sex Kitten palette on the same pencil brush, and this shade is Wildcat, and this is like a very, very deep, warm brown. It is beautiful, I must say, and I just placed this a little bit lower in the crease than the last shade we used, and I kept it more focused on the outer corner, again to help deepen up the outer corner and give the eye some more dimension. Then I went back in with a shader brush and the shade Paw, and I just really buffed out the edges of that crease and of the outer edges. Then I cleaned it up again with the Elizabeth Mott blending brush with nothing on it, and I really did circular motions to help blend. Then I went in with the Lottie London brush, and I went in with the shade Secret, which is a very, very light champagne-y shimmery shade, and that's like the highlight shade of this palette. And I placed this in the inner part of the lid because I did want a little bit more brightness on the inner lid, since it is like a natural, more glam beauty bridal makeup. I do think that having some light on the eyes is very important, so that is exactly why I did that. Then I went back in with the Elizabeth blending brush, again, shocker I know, to really just clean up everything and make sure that there was a seamless blend. Then I wanted to wet this ColourPop I Heart This Super Shock Shadow, so I sprayed it with the e.l.f. Illuminating Mist and Set. You can set it with whatever, and I put it on the Lottie London brush, and I placed this right over top of where we had just placed the Secret shade, so that there was a little bit more shimmer, and this is more of like a champagne-y shade. Then I again blended, and I used the NYX matte liquid liner to do a little, like, just a little line right above her lashes. No wing, just a line so that the lashes would blend in better. Then I cleaned up underneath of her eyes because she had a little bit of fallout. Then I went in and primed her skin with the NYX Angel Veil Primer, and I think I've talked about this primer before. I really like it. I think it makes your skin look perfect. But, so I figured I would use it on her because it does make your makeup last longer and it gives you a really nice base. So I started out with that, and then I went in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Shell Ivory, which was maybe like one shade too dark for her, but that's all I had, so we went with it. And I just buffed that in with the same exact beauty blender that I was using before. Then I went in and highlighted and concealed her face again with the LA Girl HD Pro Concealer in the shade Porcelain. I just placed this on the high points of her face and anywhere that she had extra redness or darkness. So I just blended that back in with the beauty sponge that we were using, and then we'll be on our way. So to keep that makeup locked into place, I went in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus pressed powder in the shade Light or Warm Light on this Morphe Beautiful and Bronze brush, and I just set all of that foundation and concealer down. She does have slightly drier skin, but for a wedding, I think it is very important that you set everything down. And since we were going to apply bronzer and blush and everything else, it was really important to just make sure that we had a really smooth canvas. So then I went in with this Crown Royal brush, and I used it to contour and bronze up her face a little bit with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which you guys know is like my favorite bronzer. And I really contoured her cheekbones a little bit. I contoured her nose a little bit, and I also bronzed up her forehead and underneath of her chin to really chisel out her chin. You know, because we all need some chiseling every now and then. Then I went in with the Anastasia Sugar Glow Kit, and I went in with the shade Starburst and with the shade Marshmallow. And since she is pale like myself, it was a really good fit because it was like a white gold. Suspenders on a bra? So then I went in and did her eyebrows with the NYX Brow Mascara in Chocolate. This is not necessarily like the best eye product for her because she does have lighter brows. I just don't actually have anything that would have worked better at the moment. So then I went back in with the shader brush with the Chocolate Soleil bronzer from the Too Faced palette, and I placed this right underneath of her lash line. I didn't want to drag it down too far, but I did think that she needed a little bit of shadow underneath of her eyes to really balance the look out. Then I went back in with the shade Paw and with the shade Wildcat on this Eco Tools dual-ended brush, and this is more of the firm shader side, and I really smoked that into her lower lash line. I kept it really close to her eye, but I did want it to be deeper and kind of smoke out to a lighter brown. Then I went back in with the shade Secret on this e.l.f. concealer brush, and I put that right on like the inner third of her lower lash line to really help brighten up the eye, again to kind of mimic the upper lid. Then I went in with the shade Marshmallow from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sugar Glow kit, and I placed this as her inner corner highlight and as her brow bone highlight. This is a really pretty like white gold, and it looks really nice on her skin. Then I went in with these lashes, which I actually cut up, which is why they look so mangled, but they're the Kiss lashes, and I just chopped them up. I think that we're probably going to use different lashes for the actual day, but at the moment those are the ones that I had on hand, so those are the ones that we used. But any lashes that you want, I do suggest wearing piecey ones as opposed to a strip, just in case, especially for weddings, if you cry, then you can just replace one little bundle of lashes as opposed to the entire strip lash. Then I set her face with the e.l.f. Illuminating Mist and Set. Since she is dry, some dewy skin never hurt anybody. And I put on the NYX Worth the Hype mascara to blend her actual lashes with the falsies. And I put that both on her upper and lower lids. Then to finish the look, we applied the NYX Exotic Lip Lingerie on her lips, and that's it.
So this is a finished look. What do you think?
I love it. I feel very bridal.
Good. So if you want to see more of Kelsey on my channel, then comment that down below. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And comment any suggestions you have for me down below. And if you aren't subscribed, you should be. So go ahead and subscribe and hit the little bell so you get notifications every single time that I upload. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next one. Bye!
It's my golden
Welcome to my channel. My name is Victoria and welcome to Bridal. Hi.
A lumberjack! Leaping from tree to tree as they float down the mighty rivers of British Columbia. And we'd sing, sing, sing. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day. I go to the laboratory. On Wednesdays I go shopping. Have butter, scones, or tea.